Welcome to my channel. This is an old man who works hard repairing big tractor tires using an aluminum mold. He fixes damaged rubber tracks and makes them look brand new. Let's see how he does it. The old man has been in the tire repair business for many years. Over time, he has learned all the tricks of the trade and can fix almost any tire. He's seen it all when it comes to tires. And today he's going to show us how he fixes tractor tires with a giant hole in them. The man's name is Lenny, and he owns his own shop where he repairs tires. His shop is small but well organized, and there are tires everywhere. The walls are covered with all kinds of tools and spare parts. It's like a museum dedicated to tires. You can see that Lenny takes great pride in his work. One day a customer came to him with a giant hole in their tire. They said that they couldn't afford a new one and asked if he could fix it. Lenny took one look at the tire and told them that it would be no problem at all. So let's take a closer look at how Lenny fixes this tire. The first thing Lenny does is inspect the damage to the tire. He runs his hand over the tread to feel for any lumps or bumps that could cause the tire to lose its balance. Next, he checks the sidewalls of the tire for cracks or other damage. If the sidewalls are damaged, the tire will need to be replaced. But in this case, the sidewalls are fine. So Lenny moves on to the next step. Lenny then uses a special machine to remove the wheel from the tractor. Once the wheel is off, he takes it into his workshop. The first thing he does is clean off the tire with a brush and soap. This will remove any dirt or debris that could interfere with the repair. After the tire is clean, Lenny takes it off the rim and lays it down on a flat surface. Now it's time to patch the hole. The process of patching a tire may seem easy, but it's actually quite complicated. There are many steps involved, and if any of them are done incorrectly, the tire could explode. That's why it's important to leave tire repairs to the professionals. There are several steps involved in patching a tire. First, the area around the hole needs to be sanded down so that the patch will adhere properly to the tire. Then the hole needs to be filled with a special type of rubber cement. Once the cement is dry, a patch needs to be applied over it. The patch is also made of rubber, and it's specifically designed to patch tires. The last step is to apply a coat of paint over the patch. This helps to protect the patch from the elements and makes it less noticeable. As you can see, there are many steps involved in patching a tire. Luckily, Lenny is a professional and knows what he's doing. Before he begins patching the tire, Lenny removes the inner tube from the tire. This is important because the patch will only adhere to the inside of the tire. Once the inner tube is removed, Lenny cleans the area around the hole with a brush. This will ensure that the patch will adhere properly to the tire. Next, Lenny applies a bead of rubber cement around the hole. The cement acts as an adhesive and will hold the patch in place. Once the cement is applied, Lenny lets it dry for about 15 minutes. While the cement is drying, Lenny prepares the patch. He cuts a piece of rubber slightly larger than the hole and applies some cement to it. When the cement is dry, Lenny places the patch over the hole and presses it down firmly. He makes sure that the patch is centered and that there are no air bubbles. Once the patch is in place, Lenny applies another bead of rubber cement around it. This will seal the edges of the patch and make sure that it doesn't come loose. The final step is to apply paint over the patch. Lenny uses a special type of paint that is designed for tires. He paints over the patch and lets it dry. When the paint is dry, the patch is complete. Now that the tire is patched, Lenny puts the inner tube back into the tire. He then installs the tire back onto the rim. Once the tire is installed, Lenny rechecks the patch to make sure that it is secure. He also inflates the tire to test it for leaks. As you can see, patching a tire is a complicated process. Luckily, Lenny is a professional and knows what he's doing. He has been repairing tires for many years and has seen it all. He's able to fix any tire, no matter how damaged it is. But this isn't the end of the video. After Lenny fixed the tire, the customer brought the tractor back to him so he could put it on. But when Lenny tried to lift the tire, it was too heavy. He needed help. Fortunately, his son was there to help him out. Together, they were able to get the tire on the tractor, and the customer was very happy. This is a great story about the importance of family. Lenny is an old man, but he's still strong and hardworking. He's a good example to his son and the people in the community. If you ever have a problem with your tires, take them to a professional like Lenny. They will be able to fix them up in no time. Now it's time to move on to the next project. The old man had another tire to fix, and he wasn't going to waste any time. Got to work right away, and soon had the tire looking like new. If you think this old man is amazing, wait until you see what he does next. This man is a true genius when it comes to fixing tires. He can do things that most people think are impossible. In the next video, he will show you how he fixes a tire with a giant hole in it. This hole is so big that most people would just throw the tire away. But this man sees a challenge and gets to work. If you want to see how he fixes this tire, click on the video on your screen now. Trust me, you won't regret it. Also, before you go, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an awesome video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching. See you next time.